Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine if just a single breath can tell you a whole story. Not just about a person, but maybe a 1,000-pound dairy cow.
Right.
Today, we're diving deep into exhalomics. It's this, fascinating study of all the compounds found in exhaled breath.
Metabolites and compounds, yeah?
Exactly. And our mission to explore how this pretty cutting-edge science is being used in a really innovative way with dairy cows. This is work led by Dr. Mutian Niu, a dairy nutrition researcher at ETH Zurich.
Yeah, and what's truly groundbreaking here, I think, is how it offers this really non-invasive way to potentially monitor what's going on inside the cow.
Non-invasive, yeah.
Health activity. Think about it. Getting an internal readout without any, intrusive procedures, it's a big leap.
That non-invasiveness is definitely key, and it makes this deep dive, pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Exhalomics itself isn't brand new, is it? It's been looked at in humans.
Right, for early lung cancer detection, things like that.
And in mice too, I think.
Yeah, studies there too. But applying it to ruminants, like cows, that's where Dr. Niu's work gets really interesting, especially for if you follow agriculture or animal welfare.
So what is it about cows, their biology, that makes this such a powerful tool?
Well, that's a great question. The unique opportunity with ruminants comes down to their stomach, the rumen.
And a huge fermentation vat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It produces all sorts of gases, methane being a big one, and these gases, they're directly exhaled. So the breath gives us this clear sort of direct window into rumen fermentation. We can measure those volatile fatty acids, the VFAs.
Acetate, propionate, butyrate, those ones.
Precisely. And they're absolutely crucial indicators of digestive health and what's happening in there.
Which really highlights what an ingenious solution Dr. Niu found, especially considering the practical challenges he was facing. He mentioned having easy access to rumen cannulated cows with that little port for sampling back in the U.S.
Right, for direct fluid samples.
But in Switzerland, apparently there are only 6 such cows in the whole country.
Wow, only 6.
Yeah. And just 4 at his facility in Zurich. So, huge logistical challenge.
Definitely.
So studying breath wasn't just non-invasive. It was, almost necessary to keep the research going.
Absolutely. A really practical alternative.
Yeah.
So to tackle this, his team is using a device called a green feed sampler.
Okay, what's that?
It's basically a specialized feeder that captures breath samples while the cows are eating. Clever, right?
Yeah, very.
They're using it to measure methane emissions on different diets. But crucially, they found a pretty solid correlation between the breath analysis, the exhalomics, and traditional rumen sampling.
When looking at those VFAs.
Yes, when looking at how acetate, propionate, and butyrate levels fluctuate with feed intake. And the correlation was also strong when they compared, say, a high-starch diet versus a lower-starch one.
Like 16% versus 6% dry matter starch.
Exactly that comparison. It shows the method holds up under different nutritional conditions.
Okay, so connect the dots for us. What does monitoring these VFAs actually mean? For the cows, for farmers, maybe even for us?
Well, it links directly to digestive efficiency. Dr. Niu noted it can actually predict changes in rumen pH.
Which could give an early warning for things like SARA. Subacute ruminal acidosis.
Precisely. And for you listening, SARA isn't just some technical term. It can seriously hit a cow's health, its productivity.
So catching it early means healthier animals?
Healthier animals, better feed efficiency, and ultimately a more sustainable farm operation. It's a big deal.
And if we zoom out a bit, does the potential go beyond just digestion?
Oh, absolutely. If we connect this to the bigger picture, researchers are actively trying to pinpoint specific biomarkers in breath for a whole range of other conditions.
Like what?
We're talking real-time detection of things like respiratory disease, ketosis, which is a metabolic issue, even mastitis, metritis, displaced abomasum.
Wow, that's a wide range.
It really is. Yeah. And it fits perfectly with Dr. Niu's hope for, as he put it, a real-time, more frequent and non-invasive aspect to reflect rumen fermentation.
While allowing for super quick interventions.
Exactly. Imagine the impact on managing herd health, not just individual animals, and the economic benefits for dairy farms too.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Just thinking that something as, simple as a cow's breath holds so much information.
No.
Real-time data on health, digestion, even environmental stuff like methane. A puff of air becomes this powerful diagnostic tool.
It really does. And, this raises a bigger question, I think. If an animal's breath can tell us so much about its internal world, its health, its environment, what other hidden information might be waiting out there?
You mean in the air we exhale? Or just everywhere?
Maybe both. Or in everyday processes we just take for granted. What other mysteries could we unlock, just by paying a bit closer attention to the clues that are all around us, often unseen?